Feels like every time there's a ranking for Tyler, it's pretty obvious what everyone has at the top and in what order they have it. Everyone has Igor at the number one. I'm a very big fan of just being yourself and making your own opinion, and I'm not saying that everyone else that does this isn't making their own opinion, they're just trying to fit in, but just don't expect the same thing and don't get pissed off when I don't have the exact same list as everyone. Let's go. Now I look like a hypocrite because everyone thinks Goblin's the worst album, but it's hated on for a reason. It's pretty bad. A lot of people like to put this in the same box as Bastard because they're both kind of edgy, and saying kind of edgy is an understatement. They're both very edgy. Bastard is a lot more self-aware, is a lot less obnoxious. The way I see it is Bastard kind of got a lot of attention on Odd Future and on Tyler, and he was like, alright, we got a lot of attention, let me double down on that and make it even worse, make it even more edgy, and it just doesn't work. It's so unbelievably annoying. I wish it didn't exist. It's so bad. This one has a pretty decently big fan base because of Tyler's fans that have been fans for a very long time. It has songs that Tyler fans might consider classic Tyler songs. I won't completely disagree. There are some great tracks. Smuckers, Find Your Wings. Some of the production is amazing, but it's not cohesive at all. This album is a mess, and even calling it an album is a little weird for me because it's so all over the place. It's not, like I said, it's not cohesive. It's like someone just made a playlist and they just click shuffle. Part of albums is sequencing. I feel like it's a very underrated aspect to albums. This album just doesn't work as an album for me. And it also has Tyler's worst song of all time, Cherry Bomb. The title track is fucking awful. This one is the album that most of Tyler's core fan base loves the most. This one is way better than Cherry Bomb. I think those bottom two albums are really, weak, and then there's a huge gap after that. It's still not perfect. Rapping at points on this is like very lyrical, spiritual miracle. And he is a little obnoxious at points, but there is a lot of personal moments, and I can appreciate that there's an actual concept that you can see that he's trying to do something here. I see this as the album that you can see the most potential in Tyler. But yeah, it's more like I can see that there's potential there, but you haven't reached it yet, and that's about it for me. I don't see how it could be one of the best Tyler albums in my opinion. This might be the hardest take here. This is the one that people are going to get really mad about. I think this album at points is a little annoying, but it's hilarious at times. And it's the peak, I think, production-wise, of like that Odd Future sound that Earl was using as well. I think it's fun. It's a fun time. It's not perfect. I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. It's a good album. Alright, Flower Boy, this is where he started to impress everyone, where he kind of came into his own and kind of blew everyone away. I think Garden Shed is my favorite Tyler Creator song. If not, it's top 3 at the very least. Such an important track in his discography. I love this album front to back. I think this is probably the most important album in Tyler Creator's career, the kind of shift. Not to say that he was garbage, like I said earlier, he wasn't garbage back then, but this is where he kind of fully realized all that potential and put it on an album and made a cohesive, great album. And then he just topped it 2 years later. This is going to be another one that gets a lot of people pissed off because this seems like the obvious one that everyone puts at number 1. I think it's amazing. I don't think it's perfect. Some of the vocals and some of the writing at times is pretty weak. The album is amazing in every other aspect. It's his best produced album. The way he used certain people's vocals without even crediting them, because there's really no like feature verse other than like maybe Cardi, if you consider that a feature verse. Everyone's kind of just like being used as an instrument in this album's narrative. I think it's an incredible concept. It's an incredible, like I said, incredibly well produced. I think it's his best produced. I think some of even the rapping on here that's very rare, he doesn't rap a lot on it, is amazing. There are some minor flaws that keep me from loving it as much as I've made this channel as personal as I possibly can. I'm constantly like filling you guys into my life, and it would be wrong for me to put Igor over Call Me If You Get Lost because this album means so much to me. And maybe if I was being 100% objective, Igor might be better than Call Me If You Get Lost, but Call Me If You Get Lost has meant so much to me. I made a whole like 10-minute video about the summer it came out and how it's impacted my life. It is truly an amazing album, and I wasn't really confident in putting this over Igor for a long time, but then even the deluxe came out and there's another like 5 or 6 other bangers. Sorry Not Sorry is one of my favorite Tyler tracks. This album is constantly like head bopping, and then there's the conceptual parts with the relationship. I love that. It's an amazing album. It balances so much in such a simple way. It's incredibly well produced. It's my favorite Tyler Creator album, and like I said, it would just feel like I'm lying to the camera to get more praise from the comment section if I said Igor was better. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Call Me If You Get Lost is one of my favorite rap albums ever. It's meant so much to me. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's a great album. It means so much. Like I said, check that video out that I made about Call Me If You Get Lost. It means a lot. It means a lot. Yeah, I'm done here. Peace out.